This is an orthokeratology case that we had previously visited, initially for some complaints of glare at night and some residual astigmatism. Some new lenses were redesigned with asparicity acid to increase the treatment zone, and that resulted in lenses that are uncomfortable for the patient to wear. So the patient did revert to initial lenses, and this time around, this iteration, we're looking at trying to mostly tackle a vision part of the case. The slatline photos you sent were pretty helpful. They showed nicely here and on both eyes. And it looks like the lens is dropping low. So you see superior edge there, superior edge there. Lens is low and you're getting a nice oval treatment zone, and that can definitely induce some toricity. So to address that, I would try to get this lens to shift up a little bit. With younger Asian patients, sometimes that's tough due just to anatomy. But what I recommend on this lens is to flatten it, reduce the total sag in the lens, maybe adjust the center thickness and total mass of the lens also. See if we can get this lens to ride up a little bit. So I'm going to jump over to the Scout side. And here we have the same lens in both windows. This is for the right eye. We're currently at a sag of 1905, and I would recommend reducing that to maybe about 15 microns or so. So that'll drop us down to an 1890. So I'm just going to click up about 15 times. And there's 1890. And then we do want to, that was in 100% mode. I'm going to go to 25 and just make sure there aren't any unusual curves. Oh good, there aren't. Okay, so that went pretty smooth. So we decrease the total sag in this lens by about 15 microns. And then I'm going to go to the front surface, and I'm going to drag the front OZ all the way down as far as we can. It's not going to go all the way down. So you'll see it reduced the center thickness, also took some of the mass off this lens. I would keep the edge thickness at 30 and see if the lids will help squeeze that lens upward a little bit, the upper lid. So this change, I would definitely caution the patient that this new lens will not be as sturdy as the original lens, and especially with a younger patient, a younger male patient, let them know that he's going to have to be a little bit more careful with this lens. It is a little bit more likely to crack, especially at 10:9. It is a little bit on the bigger side as well. So reducing the sag of the lens, decreasing center thickness and mass, hopefully we'll get this lens to center upward, give you a more circular treatment zone, and see if that takes care of the toricity in there. Curiously, this patient is developing a little bit of hyperopia through what I would expect to be kind of a low power lens based on his initial refraction, but I would not reduce the demand any more than it is right now, or any less than it is right now. I'll just try to reposition the lens and see if that takes care of the toricity. So I would do the same thing for the left eye, reduce total sag about 15 microns, and also reduce the anterior optic zone to reduce the mass of the lens. That usually will by itself reduce the center thickness, and see if this lens will ride up a little bit higher for this patient. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.